health. The Hellions here are going to pull back and go check on this watchtower here, as they did kill the Zerglings at both watchtowers. So I would say that the Attero has now taken map control. Lots of Zerglings out now for Darkcell, as Banelings are coming in with their centrifugal hooks, are finishing up shortly. Bring our production tab back up. He is also getting Carapace level 1 and has Infestors coming in, so we could see Infestor Mutalisk with Zergling support, which is always an interesting combination. Needs a lot of micro for that kind of play. Do have both bases very well saturated here. Does have both gases for Darkcell, and let's check out our Terran player. He's got his main and natural pretty well saturated. He's just now getting his 2 Vespian geysers down on his natural expansion. He does have a turret here, watching for any shenanigans that Darkcell might play, and Darkcell does have a couple Zerglings placed out. Is doing a sacrificial Zergling to see what's going on at the front door, and he does see that there are Thors, Marines, and Marauders. So he is going to be adjusting his gameplay accordingly. We did have another Hellion drop. I'm sorry I missed that. In fact, let's back it up just a tick and catch that. There we go. We do see a scan get thrown down. We do have a couple of medevacs loaded up with Hellions. Yes, they are loaded up with Hellions, and they're going to drop off, and those Hellions are going to be quite the nasty little trick. Moving up, trying to do what they can. Drones are moving away, and some Infestors come out. They do throw down the fungal growth on the Hellions, and the Hellions are taken out extremely quickly with these Zerglings and Infestors. Darkcell did a very good job at not losing too many units. He was able to save most all of his drones. I didn't see really any get roasted away, so although he's going to have to remember to fill up these Vespian geysers. Medevacs here chilling out at this expansion, just kind of watching. Oh, we do have a 3rd expansion going down, as well as a... Nope, not a 4th, just an Overlord Spear and Creep. A 3rd expansion going down for Darkcell at his southwest lower expansion, so more map control going back to Darkcell as he is moving his Zerglings up ahead and going to do another sacrificial run-in to see what's going on. Does see that the Marines have moved out, so... Or actually, they've moved back in, but he does not see where they've gone, so this could... It's always that scary moment when you run up into when you do a scouting moment and you run up and you see nothing there, maybe a Thor or a couple Marines, and you're just going, where did everybody go? So you start to, jump around the map looking for any kind of movement, and you can see Darkcell's got his Zergling here probably on patrol, I think. Yes, he does. Going back and forth between that other base and its natural. Doing a good job at keeping up with his mules here, keeping his energy low, although he might not want to spend all of his energy on mules, saving up maybe 1 or 2 scans in case Darkcell does research Burrow, but he has not researched that yet. Some more Hellions moving out, going to take map control back from the Zerglings, or at least try to cut the amount of knowledge that the Zerglings have in the incoming force. Another good move there in the psychological warfare department is going and killing the scouting units and then pulling back, because then you make the opponent think that you might be moving out when you're in fact not. So you might make him make a rash decision on where he's going to place his units. And we do have quite a massive Zerglings, Banelings, and Infestors here. Haven't seen any Mutalisks on the field. Let's check out our units tab. Nope, we have 3 Mutalisks on the field, and they are not right here. We do have Overlords are doing a good job at spewing creep everywhere. Zergling over here checking out the force that's coming in. More Zerglings running out to do some scouting and getting map control. The Hellion is going to go and deny that map control some more. We like the battle for the Xel'Naga towers here. So we do have this Terran force is going to be moving in now. The Hellion's leading the charge, and the scan going down to find the creep tumors so that way they can take them out as fast as possible. And they do that. How is this Zerglings and Banelings are going to pull up to the top, and the Infestors are coming in from the bottom. Are the Infestors going to be able to get... Yes, the Infestors do get off the fungal growth, and the Zerglings and Banelings move in and destroy everything. 2 neural parasites going down on these Thors, and they are going to take out the rest of the medevacs along with some infested Terrans. Going to take out those medevacs too, and now the Zerglings come in to clean up the rest of the Thors. That was an excellent move by Darkcell. More Banelings rolling around here now. He has just rebuilt that army in a split second, and that's what you can do when you have those cheap units that are the Zerglings and Banelings, especially when you're just having Festers and a few Mutalisks. The Mutalisks here probably look like they're going to go down and start doing some harassment. So they're going to move down to the south and then maybe over to the east. Looks like, let's follow them for a minute and see where they go. More Hellions are kind of roving around, and the Zerglings are going to find them, and they are going to take them out. The Mutalisks are going to help with that part. The Speedlings, ooh, 2 health left on that. Oh, Hellion. There we go. Too many units to think through, and the Mutalisks will back off as it does get closer to their base. Although they could have walked in and taken it out really very quickly, as there are only Marauders left. Marauders and Hellions, so there is 1 Viking out now. Attero here getting the middle bottom expansion, which is kind of it's a safe, dangerous place. I know that's a complete contradiction, but all it takes is these Zerglings to knock down this door, and then you're completely undefended on your left side. And so it looks like the Mutalisks will be coming up in here to start taking out those destructible rocks. They will do that. And I would take down the destructible rocks and then roll in some Banelings to take out the units, the SCVs. The Viking will come in here to do some scouting to see what's going on. And Darkcell has not noticed that the Viking's shooting his Mutalisk, so it'll be a second. Maybe, will he lose this Mutalisk? Yes, he does lose that 1 Mutalisk, but they do take out the Viking. His brother has been avenged. The Mutalisks and their gooey gooiness. Darkcell has been doing a great job at keeping the Terran contained here in this bottom right, although he is not really overly expanding, but he has got all 3 of his bases well saturated with the Vespian geysers going also, so his main is now mined out, so he is only mining off of 2 bases. Does have a double hatch here in his main base, so we have 4 hatcheries for the Zerg player. This Terran army's getting a little scary with all those Marauders, Hellions, and Medevac support. Looks like we are going to see some more Hellion drops coming. Let's follow these guys around. Excuse me. Take a little sip of my drink here. Ooh, we do have this big Zergling and Baneling. That's a lot of Banelings. This looks like we're going to see an attack at the same time. Which one do we pick? The Hellions are going to drop off at the expansion that is going down for Darkcell, but all of these Zerglings and Banelings are going to be running up into the main expansion of Attero, and those Banelings are going off. Oh lord, the fungal growth goes down. The neuroparasite hits the tank, or the Thors, and the Banelings are starting to explode everywhere. They do take out the entire Terran army. The Infestors are being taken down by those Thors, but the infested Terrans are coming out now. The Banelings are rolling down here to the 3rd expansion, and they are going to take out everything at this bottom expansion. The planetary fortress is there. Are the Banelings going to explode on the planetary fortress? Yes, they do take it out. The planetary fortress at the 3rd expansion does go down, and the Terran is able to clean up the rest of those Infestors and Zerglings here at the natural expansion, but he is mined out at his expansion, so he really needs to do something to get some income, because if we look at our income tab here, not units tab, the Terran player has a 40 mineral income, while the Zerg has... Wow! That was quite a hit. There were a couple Banelings left, and the Terran player just walked all of his SCVs right into a couple of them. So that was quite a hit there on the harvester count. The Thors, Marines, and tanks are going to start moving out now and do what damage that they can. But this is a lot of Zerglings with a few Mutalisks. The Mutalisks are not playing the magic box, so they are getting some splash damage on there, but they do end up being boxed. Attero, good games, and then that was the end of that game. That was an excellent game. I like that a lot. I love the Infestor Baneling Zergling play. That was some really good stuff. Even though he had Thors out, that was maybe it might have been the fall of Attero, the fact that he had Thors, because they were getting neuroparasited left and right. So he I mean, you know, when you get your strongest units taken, suddenly it's not a good thing. So thanks for watching. I hope you liked this commentary a little better than the rest of them. I've been practicing and trying to get feedback from people, so please leave me some feedback and tell me if you like it a little bit better. So have a good night.